Okay, here we are. We're back with part 2 of the Adventure Medical Kits Mountain Series Comprehensive Medical Kit. If you missed part 1, go back and check it out because it's really, really good. Anyways, alright, moving on. Here's where we left off. Last 2 sections of the bag. This section, I'm not quite sure what was in this compartment before, but apparently it wasn't as important to me as this is, which is a 4-inch emergency Israeli battle bandage. Love these things. Just love them. They're so cool. If you can afford it, buy a couple of the smaller ones, open one up, and play with it. There's tons of YouTube videos on it. It's very versatile. You can use it on your head, your torso, your leg, your arm, wherever. I mean, in positions you wouldn't really think you could use it on. This is great. They even have an updated version of this now. What this is it's a gauze roll, almost like an ace bandage, with a great big blood stopper pad on it. And you put the pad on it, and then you can, with one hand, you can use it yourself and wrap it around and put tension and pressure on that area that's bleeding. They have an updated version of this where now it comes with 2 pads, which is really cool, because if you got a through and through gunshot wound, you can put 1 pad on the front of the hole, 1 pad on the exit wound, wrap this up and put pressure on that to get that bleeding to slow down until help comes. Very cool addition to the kit. I try to get these in every kit that I have. Alright, the next section, last section up here, is the wound care, burn, and blister section. So it's a lot of stuff in this section. So let's get to it. Again, nice zippered compartments. Keeps everything dust-free, dirt-free. Keeps them nice and watertight. So in this first section here, see if I can get it out without spilling everything everywhere. Probably not. Alright. We'll go through here. First off, we got a couple of, they're a tincture of, I think it's benzene. Not quite sure. I know that they've used this mixed with some water and used it as a scrub before they did an operation on you. It cleans and sterilizes the area, so very good thing to have. You get 2 of those. You get 2 glacier gels. Very cool for blister and burns. Wound closure strips. Bag's starting to come apart there. Very cool. Wound closure strips. Very good to have. I'm going to have to seal this back up. They are 1/4 by 4 inches. Then I got some water gel, burn gel. This stuff I added. It is very cool. It's got lidocaine in it. And you can go online and watch some videos of this stuff. It comes out this really milky, ooey gooey stuff, and it's really, really cool feeling. I opened up a package and just poured it on my hand to see what it was like. It was very, very cool. So I imagine that's got to be really soothing when you burn yourself, especially if it's a very severe burn. So cool, good to have. It comes with a couple of Sting X pads. I have no idea what these are. None whatsoever. They're stretchy, elastic, cotton something or others. I don't know if they're used as cushioning, probably padding, maybe for broken fingers. I'm actually going to have to look that up, but that's what I would assume that that's for. Then you get a couple of 3/4 fluid ounce providone iodine solution, again for sterilization. So that's really cool, and they come in these nice foil packages because light destroys providone iodine. Then you got 2 really nice sections here of moleskin, and you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but they're all pre-cut into different little shapes and stuff. So that's kind of cool. You don't have to worry about trying to mess with cutting them. And this nice foam block. And it's adhesive. It's got a peel-off back. You know, so maybe for, you know, you got a broken ankle or something, you need to add some cushioning, or broke your foot or something. Again, I'm sure you can cut it, customize to whatever you want. So that's everything that came out of this section here. And that's quite extensive. It's a lot of stuff out of such a little small pocket. So I'll put this back in here and move on to our next section. Okay. All right, next section here. We got some afterburn aloe gel. Okay, getting tongue-tied again. Very cool. Again, I put this stuff in the Ziploc baggies from my experience of having this stuff burst and ruining a bag. Triple antibiotic ointment. All different kinds, different brands. Just shoved all the extra stuff I had. Then there's a sandy cloth, a germicidal disposable wipe in here. So there you go. Butterfly bandages. These things are awesome. I had to use these when I tore my knee open and skin kind of flapped open. I got all kinds of crap in there and taped it all back up. Left a scar, but closed it up. Okay, we got some antiseptic towelettes. A few of those in there. And then some boo-boo band-aids. I think I added these. There's some knuckle bandages in here. And no fingertip. Yeah, just knuckles and some regular boo-boo band-aids. And then last couple things in here are 2 rolls of gauze, 3-inch, 4 yards apiece. So you got some nice rolled gauze. Comes in handy when you're tending to some wounds. So man, this is just an awesome little kit, isn't it? I mean, I know $169, is quite expensive, for a first aid kit, especially if you're on a budget. But man, I just can't believe all the stuff that you get for your 169 bucks. I actually got it cheaper because a lot of the stuff in here was expired. A lot of the medications were expired. Like the glucose in here is expired. I left it in there in case I decide to replace it. So far, for the number of years I've had this kit, I haven't had to use any of that stuff. I know it's better to have it than not have it. But again, Okay, anyways, moving on. Here's the last pocket, which is a great big slip pocket again. Right on the top, you see a nice, cool little tool. And this is a 25cc irrigation syringe. This is awesome. This is exactly what I use to flush the gravel out of my knee. Again, I'm not a medical professional, so it didn't work out too well for me. I ended up getting infected. Luckily, the antibiotics fixed it because they threatened to drain it with a great big old needle. But anyway, again, that's why you should be a trained professional. Quick clot. This is some cool stuff. Talk about a life-saving product. This is the 50 gram. This is the stuff that'll stop an arterial bleed. And I'm talking like the big one in your thigh. I mean, artery's an artery, but there are some really cool videos on YouTube about how to use this stuff. They're pretty graphic. If you're an animal lover, they're kind of hard to sit through. They use a pig to show you how this stuff works. And they cut the pig and cut the artery so you can see just how quickly, how fast a huge gaping wound will fill up with blood and how you can't see inside. I mean, you can't clamp it off, you can't do nothing because it's just pouring, blood is just gushing. And they showed you how to use this by jamming it in there and stuff, and they showed you how well it works. Very cool videos. If you can sit through it, I recommend that you watch it and see how this stuff really works and see up front before it happens what you're going to be dealing with an artery bleed, because it's not what you're going to expect. So check that out. Anyway, so you got some quick clot in there. And then my addition, this stuff is just so cool. I gotta have it. It's water gel. It is just very cool. It's a burn dressing. You've seen some of the water jet stuff or gel stuff from earlier, which is just the liquid. It's this milky white, thick, gooey stuff that you pour on, and it just feels really cool. These are dressings just literally soaked in this stuff to the point where there's just so much excess in here. You put the bandage down on the burn, and then you squeeze out all the excess of this and just let it run and drip all over everywhere. It's very cool feeling. I'm sure it's got to be wonderful if you've got a burn. And so this one's a 2x6, and Here's a 4x4 for some bigger burns. Very cool feature, like that. Okay, then up here we've got a Easy Scrub 160 surgical scrub brush sponge with the nail cleaner. No detergent. Scrub brush to scrub yourself up to make sure you're good and sterile before you start working on somebody. I actually thought this was one of those really hard scrubber things that they use on burn patients. I just got done watching a Christopher Titus video, and the guy just cracks me up, and he's got a story where he talks about that being used on him. It is just hysterical. If you like that kind of raw humor, check Christopher Titus out. Funny dude. Okay, moving on. We got a couple, 2 each in a package. They're sterile cotton tip applicators. They're 6 inches. They're the little wooden ones you see like in your doctor's office. So that's cool for applicating stuff, applying stuff, whatever. Okay, then we got a couple oval iPads. We got quite a few, I'd say 5 2x2s. Sterile gauze. And we've got 4 3x4s. And again, in this pocket, another guide. Love the fact that they include these. Wound care burn blister guide. It's awesome. If you don't know what you're doing, this is going to give you somewhat of a clue. Very cool. Every single compartment has this in there. That is just awesome. It's great the way this bag is organized and what they give you. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 4x4s. So you got a lot of sterile gauze in there. And then the last thing I added in here, peel and stick body warmer. The only thing that really should have in here too is a emergency blanket. I don't know if there was one in here and I took it out, but you should definitely have one of those, especially if you're treating somebody for shock. So I'm kind of surprised that there's not one in here. But talk about a nice comprehensive kit, huh? I mean, this has got a ton of capabilities in it. Yeah, I added a few things, the quick clot and Israeli battle bandage and stuff, but it came with quite a lot on its own. I mean, it's well organized. The see-through pockets are just amazing. The zippers, keeping everything contained in there, so no matter what you do, nothing's going to fall out anywhere. That is just an awesome setup. I like it. I tried and checked out, those great big ones that roll out and you have all these million different clear pockets. But then when you roll it up, it's really big this way, and then the ends are exposed. That I didn't like. This all folds up into itself and it zips all the way around. So it keeps everything, nice inside. You don't have to worry about water seeping in it. You don't have to worry about dirt and crap getting in it when it's being thrown around in the back of your car when you're out there digging for something else. Very nice kit, $169. You might be able to find it cheaper when you hunt around. It's definitely an awesome kit for my car. I'm very happy with it. Like I said, you can add stuff, customize it, get it to where you want. But so let me know what you think. You got any questions? You got any comments? Put them down in the comment section, and let me hear what you think about this kit. For a ready-made buy off-the-shelf kit, I like it. I'm happy with it. It says it works for 1 to 14 people up to 28 days, and they have it down for camping, hiking, mountaineering. So there you go. That's my review of the Adventure Medical Kits Mountain Series Medical Comprehensive Kit. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're enjoying great gadgets and gear. And stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.